Good day. I'm Menachem Avichael for Trust in HaShem, and this is fake news. Before I get to fake news, I'd like to apologize for being off the air for a couple months. We actually moved our location. Our new studios is pretty much set up now. Well, at least right behind me it looks like it's set up, but if you look in front of me, you would see a big mess. But that's okay, we'll get there eventually. So now, on to the news. Today is March 26, 2026 by the Gregorian calendar. It's the 7th day of Aviv in the year 5786 by the Tober calendar. I have a report here. It's about myocarditis and pericarditis, that it only occurred in children who got the COVID mRNA vaccine. Obviously, that's fake news. I mean, yeah, that can't be true, right? 86% of the children suffered an adverse reaction to the Pfizer COVID vaccine in clinical trials. Don't listen to this kind of stuff. It's all nonsense. Now, of course, if you go to the great state of Florida, United States of America, Florida remains the only state that does not pre-order COVID vaccine shots for children under 5. It's the only one, the free state of Florida. Florida also has a bill up, maybe it's already passed by now, to end all vaccine mandates. Not just COVID, all of them. What's the meaning behind that? Well, as an editorial, I would say that what we're talking about is, are we going to have liberty and freedom, or are we going to have tyranny? Tyranny is when the government or other people tell you what you can and cannot do, even though you're not hurting somebody else. Freedom and liberty is when you say what's going in your body and what's not going in your body. What United States of America, and actually any country that wants to be acclaimed to be a liberty and freedom-loving country, the first one that passed this, shall we say, Bill of Rights, a Bill of right, will be considered probably one of the freest countries in the world. And that is an amendment to their constitution or their laws that says each individual person has the freedom of healthcare choice. That means that I'm the only one, and you're the only one, that can say what goes into my body. No government, no person, no hospital, no doctor, nobody should be allowed to tell you, you have to put this in your body. It should be your decision. And the same is also true that it's also your decision if you want to put something in your body. It should be your decision, not a doctor's, not a hospital's, not a government's. Only your decision. It's called liberty, freedom of healthcare choice. So now we move on to an interesting article that I happened to come across, and it's from the CDC. They put out a study. They put it in the Lancet. Only they buried the COVID vaccine death data in it. Now, this is put out by that Children's Health Defense. Can you believe anything the Children's Health Defense says? Look into them and see if you really think they're trustworthy or not. They said that of the 4,496 deaths reported to VAERS during that time frame, the study authors stripped the details of the deaths from the article's abstract. In other words, they didn't really tell the people about this. I don't really believe that. The CDCs, and they represent the people. They don't represent the drug companies. Come on. That's got to be fake news. Everybody knows that. Come on. Let's get real now. We move on to, this is an interesting one. The title of it says, Avoid Hospitals at All Costs. Now, how stupid is that? Come on. Avoid hospitals at all costs. What kind of idiot says something like that? And they said that the hospitals were quietly jabbing patients, were giving people vaccines without their knowledge or permission. Now, don't be ridiculous. Everybody knows that when you go into a hospital, you sign a consent form that gives them their permission to do these kind of things. Hey. Now, of course, with Obamacare, they focused in on the vaccine quota incentives. That's like when a doctor gives somebody a vaccine, they're paid by the vaccine company, not just by the government, but by the vaccine company, a fee for giving it to them. And if they give them the full round of vaccines in the child, they get a bonus for it. That's the incentive. Okay? So hospitals would get that too. So they changed it. They changed the wording of their consent form, and now they leave out the word vaccine, and now they say that you sign, I consent to necessary biologics. Like, what is that, biologics? Well, the article is saying that the hospitals can now claim that you already said yes to whatever they put into you. It's such fake news, it's unbelievable. Now, in response to that, you have the caregivers and consent form that you can get on the internet. I am not putting this in the link in this video because this is obviously fake. And if you read this and follow it and then fill out the form and turn this into the hospital, they will not be allowed to do anything you do not approve. Obviously, that's fake. You don't want to get something like that. The caregivers and consent form. Stay away from something like that. That's fake. I can assure you, it's fake. Stay away from it. Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. Now, this, of course, is this, look, Maine has always been known as the freedom state, right? So Maine, to keep up their reputation of being a free state, they're going to be the first state to require schools to report student vaccine data. And it's going to be done by private software. Now, obviously, everybody knows the state has a right to control your children and say what will be done with them and what won't be done with them. And if you don't like it, the state has the right to take the child away from you. Now, that's what I call good government. Don't you agree with that? Or is that fake news? No. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. There was an article that was put into the Lancet. And in this article, it was said that it was proven that fenbendazole cured cancer. And this doctor, Dr. William Makis, said that he published case reports in Oncology in May of 2025 that documented 3 patients with stage 4 cancers. That's the end of cancer. You're going to die shortly after that. That's what stage 4 generally is. And he said that he tested this on breast cancer, prostate cancer, and melanoma cancer. And he achieved dramatic and durable remissions after incorporating fenbendazole into their treatment regimen. Wow. Now that would be something that's true. But of course, we have Dr. Maurice Markman, and he's the president of the Medical and Science at City of Hope Cancer Center. He's also the guy who's responsible, the editor of the publication where this article was put in. And now, of course, this City of Hope is a multi-billion-dollar cancer treatment enterprise that generates revenue from what? From cancer treatment. And he's the one who said the article that said that fenbendazole cured these cancers is fake news. Well, you decide on that. Okay, here we go. This is actually, I don't know why they're having me read this. This is an article from the 1930s. And it says here that the Nazi Germany is pushing to euthanize patients before they diagnose the patient. Well, wait a second. I'm sorry. My producer's talking to me and saying that I read it wrong. You don't think I know how to read? Come on. Okay, I'll look at it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. My producer's right. She's right. Okay, I did read it wrong. It says, Canadian doctors are pushing to euthanize before diagnosing patients. So what happened? A young lady by the name of Miriam, that's how she's identified in the article. She's 84 years old. She woke up one morning with drastic pain. So she was taken to the Vancouver General Hospital, right, after experiencing this pain. And a young lady doctor walks in. It's the first one to approach her. And her very first words, before she takes her blood pressure, before she listens to his heart, before any diagnosis at all, she immediately says, "We would like to offer you MAID." That's the euthanasia program in Canada. See, it's untrue that Canada is pushing to kill their population off. It's just not true. Don't believe it. Now here we have it again. This is not... Oh, I almost read it wrong again. Canada advances a plan to begin euthanizing mentally ill. Somehow I seem to remember that from back in the 30s. Some other country was doing that. They did that right before World War II started. And that's Canada that's advancing that plan? Yeah, that's fake news. Yeah, I'm getting so tired of these people writing stuff that there's no way it's true. Come on. Ridiculous. Come on. The Senate has now blocked Homeland Security funding. This is 5 times they've done it. Now, this is the party that, of course, voted in favor of keeping slavery in the 1800s and the 1860s, right? All the Republicans, not just in the North, but the Republicans in the North and the South, voted to end slavery. And all the Democrats, not just in the South, but in the South and the North, voted to keep slavery. Look it up. Now they're saying that, no, we don't want homeland. We have to protect illegal migrants, illegal aliens they need to protect. The American citizens can stand in lines at the airports for 6-8 hours. Women can be killed by illegal aliens. That's okay. Don't worry about that. We have to protect them. That's the Democrats. Now, that's not true. We all know that's not true. The Democrats represent the people, right? They represent the people. Which people is the question. The president has formed a task force to eliminate fraud. And he's put J.D. Vance at the head of this department. You know, I seem to remember that there was a little organization that was started by Trump right at the beginning of his new term, his second term, right? And it was called Doge. And their task was to go after fraud. That's typical of the government, right? They got one division doing something. So why not have another division so they can get another headline in the news? Yeah, right. I mean, J.D. Vance is such a great computer person. I'm sure that he knows how to dig into all these people's information so you can find out who's doing fraud and who isn't. I put my money with Doge. Well, that's it for today for Fake News. I'm Menachem Avichayel for Trust in HaShem. This has been Fake News. Thank you. Have a good day.